can we actually trade a very tiny account? Here's an example of a $4 account that I traded. And if we look at the entire history right here, maybe let's just go to 2008, start there and start looking at the history of this particular account. You can see $4 we've made profit of $7,000, and this is the history. You can scroll down there. This is the real account. As you can see, that's the $4 account update that we've seen. I've already withdrawn 100,000 from it. Now, can we do this with a $1 account, right? That's what we are here for. Now let me start by highlighting a few things. Can we gain access to the assets? Can we gain access to the assets that we want to trade with $1? Will the broker allow us to open a trade? These are the main two major questions. Are we going to survive? Are we going to survive after having our first losses? Right? Let's quickly address that, because you don't just want to put $1 and go in. Are we going to be able to open trades right there? So here's a $1. What do we look out for? So if we maybe have a selection of all synthetic indices right here, right, which one do we go for in order for us to be able to open a trade, to be able to have access? So if I quickly come to the Vindi website, they have done some funny calculations using a 1:500 leverage. Okay, that's what I've used to compile this data that you're gonna see. This table is gonna assist us, or rather help us see how much we need as our balance in order to gain access to certain synthetic indices. So we have a type here, and then we have, of course, the balance, the estimation. This is an estimation for how much you should have, okay, in order to trade those synthetics. And of course, for this you'll have to use the smallest lot size available, and I've listed the smallest lot sizes for different assets. So if we look at the range break index and all that, we scroll down, all of them are just here. You'll have to scroll to the next page to access more. Let's just go back up. You will see right there, okay, all of these synthetic indices are there. All of the synthetic indices are there. So if we go back to this, maybe remember we have $1, right? Don't forget that we have $1. So with this particular $1 right here, what is it that we can trade within this list? If we look at the list, okay, so this is where now we come down and look at how much our balance should be. It's on this table. This is all calculated for 1:500 leverage. So if your account is different, your values are not going to be the same. We have $1. So right here for range break, it is $8. For this one, 7 to 82.5, that we can't be able to open positions with this particular assets. Okay, these are more expensive. These are the most expensive synthetic indices in this case. So I'm just making it easier for those who are new to know maybe how much one can do. But starting from here, you can see this is below $1, so we can be able to take this volatilities right here. Volatility 75. It's much cheap. It's very cheap, so we can be able to take the volatility 75 right here. So maybe let's start by taking it, but remember those questions that I asked in the slide. If you go back, so we can take volatility 75, this, that, this, everything below this we can be able to open with $1. That is what I'm saying, okay, with $1. Just watch it until the end to see what happens. Obviously, we're gonna see fire, because $1 doesn't have room. We don't have enough room, most likely to see fire and burn quickly. So these are the consequences. Coming back to the chart right here, volatility 75 index, let's just take a trade randomly, right? Let's just take a trade, because it costs 0.54 to round about 0.80 to open a trade. Okay, so that's the balance that we need. We need that particular balance. So randomly, this has nothing to do with strategy or being wrong or being right. I'm just gonna randomly open a position. Okay, a random trade. That's what I'm going to look at right now. So let me delete this, and then we look at that. We're just gonna open a trade random. Remember, this is $1. Let's see. It might not survive, because the fact that we have access does not mean that we will survive in there. Does not even mean that. We're gonna take with the smallest lot size. Okay, smallest lot size possible. That's what we're taking with. And remember, you can talk about the risk management in this one, because Come on, there's no room for error right here. That's what I was asking. Are we going to survive after having a first loss? No stop loss, no take profit, because the account is too small. Logic and mathematically, it does not make sense. I'm not a magician. Don't say, Mr. Vindi, I want to agree. This small account. There's no room for error, less room for error. The first position that we take needs to go in our favor in order for us to survive this particular shanty. So if I click a buy right there and it goes down, it goes to a sell direction, we're gonna blow this $1. This is the reality of actually looking at a small account. Okay, so far it's going in our favor. All right, maybe in the next couple of seconds, I don't know, we could be blowing this $1 out. These are the consequences, because I don't want to sound like I'm a magician when I say I'm doing a small account. This is what you have to go through. The first position that you take, the fact that you have access, right, does not mean you're gonna stay long in there. If this thing goes down, starts counting negative, we're gonna blow it. We won't stay long. So don't be looking for magic or mentors to say, hey, you have been blowing my accounts. Check how much your account was and the asset that we're trading, how volatile that asset was. We have access, sharp. We can open trades. We've opened one because with $1, we're able to do that. Can we stay long? That's the question. If this thing goes to negative, I'm gonna stay long. You have seen it going to 0.78. That was quick. It could have gone to 0.78 in the negative direction and blew the account. Okay, so that is that. So let's quickly look at it. Just look at it. See right here. So you want to take one trade also. Okay, you just want to take one trade. So that's what we did. You don't want to, as the balance grows, you don't want to open another one, but we're going to open another one. But we can't go wrong. This can't go wrong. We're going to open another one and see how fast it is to blow, because some people, they sort of get excited when they see small profits. You need to stick to one trade for the longest time possible, because as you stack trades, yes, of course, going to increase the chances of you moving your account from tiny to a much bigger account, but at the same time, same rate, it exposes you to the risk of blowing it. So yeah, that is that. It can be blown anytime. So you can see how it's going almost to $1 in profit. It can be blown easily. There's less room for error on this one. Okay, so let's wait. See, if we close, then we'll be able to open another. If we close this one in profit, we can be able to open another one. We can add after closing. Should we add? Let me know in the description, in the comment section, if we should actually add another one. Let me know in the comment section. If I close this one and add, open again, maybe with the 0.002. You see, it says not enough money, because we still have $1 as a balance. So we need to close that one, the first one, because you see there, you can't add while the balance is still that small. So if we click this one, and then, okay, so I'm using a mouse here to do this. So we close that. Okay, now remember, we now have 1.46. So we can either open two of them. This is what most of the people does after actually making small profit. They add. Can we add? Who's saying yes? Okay, you guys are saying yes. So remember, it cost us 0.54. So if we multiply that by 2, it's gonna cost us almost $1 plus. Okay, almost $1 plus, and that's gonna blow quickly. That is just that. 0.2 will exhaust this account very fast. 0.02, not 0.2, 0.002. Sorry, 0.002. Yes, now because we have more than $1 and it costs like 54 cents to do this, we can do that, but we're gonna blow it fast. These are the habits. You wanna take one position, because we're still in a very tight space. These things are very volatile. You don't want to get super excited and all that. Stay, maybe towards the end I'll show you with a different account, just to show you different scenarios on this. So if we continue, let's say this time around to open, this is random. Now there's nothing to do with strategy. So if I just open a buy, see, now we're able to open with that. But check that, already we have a warning that we are about to blow. This is gonna blow. This is definitely, I can bet this is going to blow. because we did what? We added a lot size. We're not supposed to do that. That is the first mistake that people make. As soon as you make small profits, you change the lot size. Done. The account is gone. Done. $1. So to answer those questions, we did gain access. The broker allowed us to gain access, but we didn't survive. Why? Because the account is small. That's the reality. You're not a magician. The trades needs to go straight in your favor. And what are the odds? Okay. Stay on the minimum lot size for some time. Okay. That's what tip number 1. Do not increase the number of trades. Do not increase the number of trades, because taking 0.002 is like taking more trades. Take 1 trade. Do I recommend trading $1? No, I don't. Okay, by the way, this is not a financial advice, so yeah, just a disclaimer. Is it over? Should we shut this video down? Should we shut it down? Okay, no. Let's go back to the table and see if with this 0.38 we can open another one, because there are assets that are much cheaper than what we're trading. What can we trade? Now? There are assets that are much cheaper than that. So if we go back to the website, the VINDI website right there. So let's see if we can go just there. Let me see. We're just gonna use that as a reference. So back there we have 0.38. Obviously these things are much more expensive. Maybe 0.45. We don't have that now, because remember, we've lost some money in our first attempt, but it's not game over, because these things are quite cheap. We can easily gain access. These ones are very cheap. So which one can we look at? Okay, let's take this one, the volatility 100. Maybe the volatility 25, or which one can we take? We're looking for a cheaper one, remember, on this table. So we're using this table. I will just link the table down in the description, so you can just access it anytime you want to. 0.38, that's what we have. This we can trade, that we can trade, all of this we can actually trade. Again, we need to take one position. So you see how cheap. When I talk about these things being cheap, this is what I mean. You don't need a huge capital. Here I've used the leverage of 1:500. Okay, so keep that in mind. If yours does not allow you your leverage for that MT5 account, it's probably different from what I've used. So opening the volatility 101 s, are we gonna be, is it gonna go through with the smallest lot size? Remember, we need the smallest lot size. You can go back and check what the smallest lot size, or just try to decrease until you see what's the smallest. Buy random, that's a random buy, by the way. You see it went through. Why? Because it's cheap. In this case it only cost 0.08. So we have gained access once more. The broker have allowed us to actually gain access. Again, you ask yourself the same question. So these questions are more like risk management assessment at the back of your head, like how long are we gonna stay? Our leverage is 1:500. So that is why we are able to get in with small amounts. Okay, always ask your question, are we gonna stay long? What are the odds of us staying? Is there room for error? These are the questions that you should ask, because sometimes you complain about, oh, losses, but your account is just super tiny to sustain those losses. Let me know down in the comment section as to if you have experienced this. This is cheap. Again, gone. See, blown. Now you have 0 point. You see. You see, now we have 0.03. I'm China. Do we have to go again and choose assets? We'll have to use that table and see if there's something that is this cheap, like 0.03, or it's game over. This is how you get to gauge if it's game over, or if you can still go there. If there's something that costs 0.03, okay, but I don't think there's anything that cost like that. Maybe there is. I mean, that's why the table is there. I mean, you can't know these things by head. Let's go down there. I think I saw something like 0.02 right there. Volatility 201s. You can see that one. That one you can go in with a balance of 0.02 or 0.03 right there. Remember, these are estimated rates again. So let's look for that thing on our MT5 right here. Okay, click there. See. So you can see we already took like almost 4 trades from this shandies. It says not enough money. Let's check the lot size. If that's the smallest required, you can see now start decreasing. Must always check first. Buy. It went through because that thing is cheap. You see, it's probably gonna quickly blow this. Or maybe we should just chop this video down. So the purpose of this video is to show you that with a small account, you need to look at 3 factors. Remember those 3 factors because we took trades 3 times. But this thing is quite cheap. Can we gain access? We gained access 3 times. But did we stay long? We didn't. Of course, we were wrong in choosing our directions, and you're gonna be wrong. That's just the reality of it. You're gonna be wrong, you're gonna be right. But are we going to survive after having few losses? And how far can you go? Okay, is there room for error? These are the things. So these things are cheap again, as I'm showing you right here. There we go. Okay, so shut it down, or maybe let's just extend this video. I'm just gonna put another clip showing almost the same thing. I mean, of course, waiting for this particular account to actually move will be a waste of time somehow. So what are we gonna do? I'm just gonna quickly attach another video that shows the same shandy, same everything. So always refer back to the table to find those minimum values. So let's quickly look at that balance footage. Of course, this one right here was recorded on a PC, and the footage is sort of moving fast, as you can see. So it's moving fast. Same thing, same small account. You will see how it gets to grow. But again, I'm highlighting that concept of having room and not having room, whether the broker will allow you, not allow you, all those kind of stuff, right? So I'm just gonna shut the video right here on this bonus footage. You can keep on watching, I mean, for the next 4 minutes or so. If you have watched up until this point and you are not a subscriber, Chana, maybe you hate me, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I get okay, let me shut it down. Otherwise, my name is Vindi. Sharp. Keep on watching. Hey, you're still watching. You are loyal, mchan. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Otherwise, goodbye for the last time. Continue watching. I don't know. Your patience is unmatched. Bye bye. Sharp, drop me a comment down there. Let me know how it's been. It's been a great year on my side. Let me know if you have anything that I should do a video on. Just let me know down in the comment section. Since you've watched up until this particular point, alright, sharp.